당신들 잘못이 아니에요. 미안해요. 미요 그리고 사랑해요.
Recently, I watched a Christian broadcast about the reasons people are leaving the church, and it brought me to tears. Many people are disappointed with the church and consider moving to another, but it breaks my heart to hear news of people leaving God due to the judgment of those around them.
I love God, but church is suffocating me. I've thought about it dozens of times. I hesitated hundreds of times about leaving church. Pastors who give only soulless sermons, talk about politics, and discuss worldly matters. Listening to an hour of sleepy and uninspiring sermons every week is embarrassing. Then, I find myself self-condemning for not receiving grace from God. Also, the occasional news of sexual harassment and corruption among ministers. People who say to overcome evil with good while committing evil using God's name. But they themselves do not act, but only speak of loving thy neighbor and obeying the word of God. And people who like to be respected without respecting others. I want to leave the church, but instead, people say I lack faith. I am seeking God more, yet the church makes it so hard for me. I feel heavy-hearted, fearing that even the Lord might leave if I continue to stay in this church, and I blame myself daily for my lack of faith, feeling that I have not received grace.
I am truly sorry and sorry again. It is not your fault, it is the fault of pastors who do not pray. It is not your fault, but the fault of elders who lack love. I am sincerely sorry to those of you who wish to leave the church. We can only make excuses that we are imperfect. We can only make excuses that only God is perfect. It is not your fault. The church is not perfect because it is filled with people like you and me. But God is always with you. No one is condemning you. And there are friends who try to understand you. It's okay to change churches. But please don't leave the church. I do not want you to turn your back on God because of the church. You probably know better why that is. Instead, people like you should understand and help those who want to leave the church. I think it's okay for you to move to another church if there is one where you can meet Jesus more. It is not your fault. Sincerely, as a pastor, as a missionary, and as a fellow believer, I am truly sorry to you.
예배가 중요한데 감동 없는 설교 성기라고 하는데 숨 막히는 조지 주님 찾고 싶어서 교회를 찾는데 믿음이 부족하다고 나를 정죄해요. 교회에만 둘 곳 없어요. 나에겐 주님뿐인데 주님마저 싫어질까봐 주님 내 마음 무거워요. 사랑이 부족한 목사